I do still love this land. As much as when I first came here as a boy with my father from Connecticut. Of course, this was all wilderness then, and still quite a few of the natives about. I do believe it was from them that I learned to honor and respect the land as a gift from our Creator, to be used for our needs and purposes, to be certain, but not carelessly or wantonly squandered. That is why if I need to cut a tree, I plant others in its place. And not in neat rows, but I scatter them about as was intended. And also why I allow my animals to roam instead of putting them in pens. Of course, many of my neighbors scoff at my ways. I hear they call me Lord Farnam, and believe I'm a bit overbearing, or maybe not quite right. Why? Because I refuse to allow my property to be fouled by the stench of tobacco or alcohol? Or because I invite strangers from the roadhouse to come to dinner? I know all my neighbors and their stories. I prefer the oddity and novelty of new people and new stories. That's what interests me. Perhaps it's because I named the trees and rocks on the grounds. But what is more interesting, to say, "Behold, the devil's footprint," or "This is God's heart," or to merely say, "There's an interesting rock," or "Here, a peculiar grouping of trees and shrubs." Maybe it's because I invite visitors, well, some would say I kidnap them, to tour the grounds with me. But what better way to honor the beauty and magnificence of God's creation than to share it with others? For I do believe as we honor the Father, so we ourselves are blessed. And I have been blessed in many ways. Through our toil and wise management, we have indeed prospered. I now own over 3,000 acres of land and have sizable number of cattle, buffalo, sheep, and other animals. I own a sawmill and was partner in the general store. We built a racetrack that became so well known, men have come from as far as New York just to run their horses on it. And there was Lake John, which we built so we could have boating in the summer and skating in the winter. But in my grief over the loss of my daughter, I had it drained so no one else would befall that same cruel fate. But the true blessing of my life, my real treasure, is my wife Emily, who has been with me these last 40 years. She has indeed been a loyal and loving wife and bore 5 children. Poor Nelson, who barely felt the sun before he was taken away. And my daughter Emily, who through the negligence of that woman who was supposed to be watching her, fell in the cistern and drowned. Everett Jr. passing is also quite untimely. My daughter Mary now has her own family. And Ralph, my youngest, to whom all this will pass with my own demise. But even then, I don't believe I shall leave this place. For I would hope that my spirit can remain here, perhaps in the form of a blackbird, so I can soar above and look down on its beauty and keep watch over it. And now, if you will excuse me, I feel quite weary from the day's exertions. I do believe I will retire to my bed and rest a while. I do believe my clock has run out.